Back at 7:40 now with In Depth today, and this morning we're focusing on COVID and cruises.
Just 1 week after the CDC raised its warning level on ships to very high, it now says every U.S. cruise ship with passengers also has COVID on board.
But at the same time, passengers are still booking trips. And the question is, should those ships still sail? NBC's Carrie Sanders joins us from the Port of Miami this morning. Hi, Carrie. Good morning.
Well, good morning, guys. The cruise ship industry says high vaccination rates plus strict protocols are in place to protect not only passengers but also crew members on ships like the ones that just arrived here this morning in Port Miami. But with Omicron and that variant spreading quickly, there is concern that the cruise ship industry may once again be sailing into the headwinds of another COVID crisis.
As a small armada of cruise ships set sail from Port Miami, from Port Everglades and Fort Lauderdale, and from other ports around the U.S. cruise industry is trying to stay on course, despite stormy seas once again created by COVID. Norwegian Cruise Line canceling voyages on 8 ships, citing ongoing travel restrictions. The Norwegian Pearl returning to port after just 1 day at sea.
They told us crew members got sick with COVID, and they were turning around and coming back.
In recent weeks, a number of ports from Mexico to the Caribbean turning away ships with COVID outbreaks on board. The CDC cautioning against cruise travel, writing the chance of getting COVID-19 on cruise ships is very high, even if you are fully vaccinated and have received a booster dose.
When you look at the CDC recommendations, it would seemingly discourage anybody from taking a cruise. What do you tell people getting on cruises?
Well, the CDC's travel advisory does not prohibit cruising. Cruise ships are operating. People are still free to take cruises. And I would tell people to take a hard look at all of the protocols that are in place.
Cruise lines suspended operations from U.S. ports in March 2020 and did not resume until June 2021 because of the pandemic. The industry estimates it lost more than $30 billion.
Ahoy there, sailors.
Professional cruise reviewer Billy Hirsch is not changing his plans. He recently returned from a trip, his 11th since cruising restarted, and he's planning to sail again on Saturday to Mexico's Costa Maya.
All cruise lines that are operating right now require at least 95% of all persons on board are vaccinated. All crew must be vaccinated.
Hirsch says he expects to be masking more on his next trip and avoiding some of the ship's more crowded areas. But he says he and his wife say being on board feels no more risky than going out at home.
Cruising right now is still, by the numbers, a very safe option, safer than a lot of places on land because of all those precautions between vaccination and testing and other precautions that the lines are taking.
Because coronavirus has now been reported on every ship in U.S. waters, that's 92 cruise ships, plus those that don't have passengers, bringing the total to 110, the CDC has launched an investigation, which means that they're gathering more data that then may impact the protocols for this industry going forward. Guys?
All right. Carrie, thank you very much.